Hey, Similolu here, and in this video I just want to introduce you to this brand new trading platform. They have been around for a few years, but I have just discovered them, and they're called First Trade. Now the nifty thing about them is they do not charge any commission to buy or sell your whatever it is. Well, for me it's options. I'm not interested in stocks. Yes, so other platforms will charge you about $5.99, $6.99, that kind of price, $6, $7, $5 for every single trade. So by the time you buy an option, you'll be charged between $5 and $7, and then when you decide to sell that option, you charge another between $5 and $7. On this platform, you are charged $0. So that's one thing that's definitely ringing my bells on account of this platform, First Trade. The other thing for openness, I will let you know if you are planning to start option trading or if you're planning to switch from your high commission trading platform to First Trade. If you use the link in the description box below, I will be given a referral bonus, just so you know. But again, that would be because I have referred you or introduced you to this platform, just so you know. Okay, so what is it that I'm liking about this platform? Well, first of all, it's very user-friendly. It seems very clear and explicit, but what I would suggest that you do is, you go to the education section and begin to educate yourself on what it is that you have available to you on this platform. You do have some quick links here. So for instance, you just click placing stock trades, you'll get a little video, or funding your account, you want to know how to do that, or you're interested in mobile trading on their mobile app, then you click on the quick links here. If we quickly click on education and options, okay, we have one here, placing options trades. It's a 4-minute video, and of course exactly what it is that you would have access to, how to get started in options basically. Okay, I'll come out of here and go back to education. Okay, so we still have options basics would be a good one to start at. So this is just a guide. It tells you what is what for those of you who want to really take this seriously. And I would recommend you do if you're interested in making money. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You actually have to take time to learn, just as though you were taking an evening class or a full-time class. That is basically what you have to do. It is not, options is not easy to learn. You can learn it and not learn it well enough, and that's not good, because when you're trading your money, you want to know exactly what you're doing so you can make a profit. So that's why it's important to make time diligently. I would say for a minimum of 3 months or 6 months that you really take time out to learn about options, because that's what I have done and that's what I'm still doing. So basically you click around and it gives you a synopsis, probably a little more than a synopsis, of what you need to know about options. I'm trying to look at this. Let's look up videos and see what they have available for videos. It's good to have options. The Option Industry Council presents a video designed to introduce investors. Okay, so we can watch this video now. I'm not going to click on this right now. That's for you to do. You have podcasts, ebooks, position simulators, and so on and so forth. We have a glossary here, which I quite like, because when you're new to anything new that you're learning, obviously you're going to come across terms that you do not know about, so you want to know what they're about. For instance, a term like in the money. I heard that a lot. when I started learning option trading. So if we click on the I to look for this term, in the money, in the money, there it is. And it tells you basically what it is. An option is in the money when holder would profit from exercising the contract. For example, a call option is in the money if the exercise price is less than the market price of the underlying stock, and so on and so forth. So that's quite nifty. And you have these little educational videos all over the place. So you can really see how you can spend time on this website without even starting to trade. You have to know what you're doing. You don't want to trade your first $100 and lose it. You probably want to trade your first $100 and make maybe an extra $50, or maybe even double your $100 to $200. That you can only do by educating yourself. So we have the education, the glossary, and all that. What else do we have? The trading platform itself. So we click on trading and click on options. And we're going to pick on a stock, which is called the underlying. Remember, options are derivatives. They're not actually, you're not buying and selling the actual stock. You're buying and selling contracts that are based on the particular stock. So hence the Netflix in this case is called the underlying symbol. So one contract is equivalent to 100 Netflix shares. The transaction, we're buying to open if we are going long. So if we're believing the underlying, the price of the underlying is upwardly mobile, it's increasing, then we want to buy long, and we want to buy the call. So you buy a call in a bullish market, that means prices are going up generally, and you buy puts in a bearish market, that's when prices are going down. Expiration date. So this date is just 1 week away. Today being the 2nd or 3rd, today is the 3rd of September 2018. Now this strike price, okay, let's pull up, okay, down here. So we have this here floating, I don't know what to call it, a floating tab, where you can enter any symbol and it comes up with the price and all this very important information here. So Netflix here, it tells us the last trading price was $367. So this was last Friday. Now, come the next trading day, you believe that the price of Netflix will go up from $367 to $370. You are going to select a strike price of $370 because that's your belief. Now that belief, I use it pretty loosely, but really what it means is you've done your studies, you've read your charts, you've signed up with various forums and podcasts and whatever it is to get informed as to what's going on with Netflix. You can see from the way you've studied and researched that you're almost 80%, 70%, 50% sure that the price of that stock is going up. You can never really be 100% sure, because just when you feel you know that underlying is going up, I mean, they could come out with some bad news. Something could be aired on the news about their earnings being poor or something that could lead to the price of that stock going down. A typical example is during 9/11, when the World Trade Center was attacked. The whole stock market, I believe that was all around the world, just plummeted. So it wouldn't have mattered how well you read your charts then. So so things like that. Anyway, not trying to get into too much of that. So what do we have? So we filled out this top area here. and it gives you a real-time quote of the price of that option. Now, what I like best about options is the fact that it's more affordable, just generally. If I wanted to buy one Netflix share, I would need $367. But to buy an option, which is 100 shares, all I need is $523. Why is it this high? You can actually get them a little cheaper. Now, if I was going to buy 100 Netflix shares, I would need what? $36,000. But here I buy 100 Netflix option, like one contract is 100 shares, and I pay $523. So you can't really compare $523 to, let me make sure I said that right. 367 times 100 is going to give us, yes, $36,000. $523 does not compare to $36,000. Also, before I leave that topic of trading options, if we want to go for something a little cheaper, that also is very doable. But again, you've got to be very careful, because buying a cheaper option may not necessarily translate to making a profit. So you got to be very careful. You could change your expiration date. You want maybe this expiration date. Usually the further out your expiration date is, the more expensive the option. So the further out the expiration date is, the more expensive the option, because there's more time for the price that you are proposing. In this case was the 370. There's more, where's the 370? You've given yourself more time, and there's like now 2 weeks for that price of Netflix, 367, to attain 370. Well, definitely it's going to do that. So you're going to pay more for that option once you go further out the money. So further out, once your expiration date is further out. So let's go back to the 7th of September. Now with the strike price, the same is almost the case too as with the expiration date. The further out you go, so if instead of 370, which is almost obvious, if you like, almost, I say, obvious that this price of Netflix will attain 370 within a week. But if we go further out, it may not be so obvious that that price of Netflix will attain, say, $400 within 1 week. So this option is going to be cheaper. So let's try it out. And you can see that that option with a strike price of $400 is actually going to just cost you $40. $40. Let's get back. Okay, let's get back here. If we click on this option chain right here, it should show up the whole chain. So here is really where you also want to spend some time understanding how it works. The strike price is slap bang in the middle of these of this chart here. To the left we have the calls, and to the right of the strike price we have the puts. So we're all interested in the left side right now, and the yellow shaded area, you know, the strike prices have already been reached. So we're interested, and for these ones that have already been reached, you can see that they're kind of more expensive. You need $771 if you want to purchase this 365 call. But if we keep going further out of the money, we only need $220 to purchase this $380 call. Okay, yeah. So we need closer to the money. We need $523. So it's more expensive, yet there is a greater likelihood that it will become in the money. The minute your call is in the money, then you make more money. There's more profit to be earned. So the 380 call is cheaper, and we can actually pull up more calls. Let me figure that out. Here we change the range to out of the money or all. Give us all the strike prices. Click go. It then gives us all the strike prices. So we have to page down. There we go. To this part where you have a mix of the in the monies and the out the monies. Of course, we're only interested in the left side of the strike prices. These are the strike prices down the middle. And if you look at the costs, how much was paid for the last price paid for this $370 call option was $523. If we go down, the $400 call option cost only $40. The $390 cost $85, and so on and so forth. But the closer you get to the money, the yellow shaded area, the greater the change. So if this was a positive, it would be $2.67 increase on the $5.23. But in this case, this is a negative, so the price went down. But you can see here, it goes up or down by a whole $2.67. But the cheaper options only go up or down by a mere 56 cents. So it's a trade-off. Do you want to buy the cheaper option, but the chance of profit is just minimal? Or do you want to buy the more expensive option? And if that goes in the direction you want it to go, then that is going to jump up by $2.67. So it's something that comes with experience, to be honest, and that is where the study comes in. So we close this option chain, and I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If we go back to the home page, pretty much this has everything you need. You got the education to educate yourself. When you're ready, you can start trading. You can deposit, check, fund your account by clicking one of these. Quick links are here. Everything's here. When eventually you do make a trade, you will have your portfolio here, and it'll, because it's real-time data, you'll be seeing how your investment is increasing or decreasing, and you can right here in this spot decide to right here you can decide to sell if you want or not. That is it. If you have any questions, ask them in the link below. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. If you want to open an account with First Trade, then you can do it right below. If you have any questions, please be free to ask them. Like the video, I'd appreciate that like, and don't forget to subscribe. I will meet you on the next video.